The problem we have with the church is that church is full of religious people. And religion simply means to control God through a system. And the people that are in charge to control God in the church are people that are good in hiding the other side of themselves. It's not that they are perfect and holy and blameless. It simply means that they know how to hide their other side. But they are going to be looking into you, looking into their leaders, looking into their own pastors and prophets. And anytime you step your foot out, look, that's what I'm talking about. That one, that one, that one, that one. Busy judging other people. But every time you point at your brother, there are three fingers pointing back to you to say you are 3 times worse than the person you are condemning. Therefore, fear not and do not be condemned by anybody, because God loves you the way you. God loves you with the evidence of your mistakes, while the church hates you with the evidence of your mistake. I came to prophesy to people that never let anybody in church stop you from what God is about to do for you. Because every time God is about to kill the Jacob in you, he has to expose the Jacob. And when God is exposing the Jacob, many times he has to cover you from the people, because he knows if people can see what you are doing behind the scenes, they will never allow you to preach or to prophesy or to heal the sick. I'm here because my spirit is saying, God, help. If God doesn't help me, nobody in the world can be able to help me. So God covers me from the people. And every now and then he comes to check on me if I'm still here. He covers me. He comes to strengthen me. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. He covers me. He comes and say the present suffering cannot be compared with the future glory that shall be revealed in you. I came to prophesy to somebody. He's exposing your weakness so that the weak may say, I am. So the same Paul cries to God, Lord, I have a thorn in my flesh. And he expected God to come down and remove the thorn. But God says, I will not remove the thorn, because I use the thorn to get you to me. God doesn't use your strength to get to God. He uses your weakness to get to him. Without weak, you will never come to church. Without your lack, you can never meet God. It is your struggle that pushes you back to God. I don't know who I'm prophesying here, but God told me to tell somebody, you don't need to run because you are not perfect. You got to stay here because in your weaknesses, that's where you are made. I feel like shouting in this place. The church is never a place for perfect, holy people. The church is a place where we come to be perfected by God. Because every now and then there's a struggle in me that says only God, nobody else but God can take me out of this situation. Therefore, he comes to you in the midst of your agony. And he says, there is therefore now no condemnation. Yes, you did it. But don't condemn yourself. Because before I called you, I knew what you would do. I knew your weakness. I knew your struggle. And I still called you knowing you will mess up. Then I began to anoint you knowing you will mess up. And now that I'm about to use you, I'm exposing you before I give you a platform, so that when you have the platform, you don't judge other people and try to be religious to those people, but you are going to stand in my presence and preach mercy over judgment. I preached about the word weakness, and I said, weakness is a coming in of two words, weak and ness. The word ness simply means condition. So weakness means weak condition. You don't know that you are weak until you are in a condition. I wish I can talk to somebody. Prophet, is it okay for me to just be in the same bed with my boyfriend? Nothing is going to happen. I know myself. We were just in the same bed. Nothing happened. I said, this is my answer to you. The woman messed up in her marriage, and she came and said, my husband is not talking to me for 3 days. Prophet, what should I do? I said, I'll give you the wisdom next week, but for now, go home tonight, don't wear any clothes, and get next to him and hug him. She never came back to others after that. Because she just had to create a condition to make the husband weak enough to let go her problem. There are conditions you can never come out saying nothing happens. I came to prophesy to people that God is never going to remove the weak side of you. God is going to remove the condition so you don't have any way to express how weak you are. You never knew you were weak until you touched your first $1 million. You never knew you were weak until you started driving a $100,000 wheel. You never knew you were weak until you became a manager. You never knew you were weak until you became somebody in life. And you wonder, where did this person came from? The person was already in you, but there was no condition to manifest himself.